Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. Let's get into it, man. A lot of Falcons talk. Look, man, I can admit when I was wrong. This is a team I didn't think the offense was going to be this good, man. This is a efficient, productive offense. The first couple of weeks, I seen some bright spots, but I wanted to see how it would go later in the season. We nearing the halfway mark, and this offense is still pretty good. They still winning a lot of games, and Kirk Cousins is not making a lot of mistakes. Now, a lot of people are real high on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm high on the Atlanta Falcons too. I like the team, but I like the offense, man. This defense still need help. This defense is still not ready for the playoffs. They don't look like they'll hold up well against a team that runs the ball a lot. They don't look like they'll hold up well against a savvy quarterback. We've seen them lose games to Kansas City and Pittsburgh, two teams that have, a little bit above average quarterback play with Pittsburgh. Obviously, Kansas City quarterback is above average. However, the Falcons struggle against good quarterbacks. But the offense, that's something different, man. This offense has been dominant. Like I say, a lot of people is high on this offense. Let's listen to what Pat McAfee had to say about Kirk Cousins in the Atlanta Falcons offense.
Atlanta Falcons Kirk Cousins wins games.
Oh, yeah. 5 of their last 6.
Raheem Morris is going to have a good defense. Yep. It's like the Atlanta Falcons are a good football team. I don't think Cowboys fans want to hear it. I don't think sports media people want to hear it whenever they talk about this particular game. But it's like the Atlanta Falcons are the fucking truth. Yeah. And that is not a conversation anybody is having today.
Yeah, Zach Robinson has been dialed. This touchdown right here coming over man coverage bunch. It was just messy. He's wide open. Everybody's obviously going to point at Diggs. But Mooney has come over there and been an absolute weapon. Obviously, London. He got banged up. Both of those guys came into this game with over 500 yards, and then Kyle Pitts had the big game last week against the Bucs. You mentioned Algier, Bijan. Like, they got all the pieces on offense. Defensively, the pass rush was the big question coming in. They got after the passer in this game. Hopefully, they start to turn the tide on that side of things. But, yeah, Kirk Cousins, when he's protected, he can be one. He's shown over years he can be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Now, that's high praise right there, man. And I got to agree with everything that he said, man. I can't disagree with anything that he said. Kirk Cousins has proved to be a dependable quarterback. Now, is he going to give you a whole bunch of deep playoff runs? No, he hasn't been able to do that. But when he had solid teams, he took them kind of far, and he did his job for the most part. But is this offense elite? That's the question that I have. That's what this video is about. That's what I want y'all to get in the comments about. What is an elite offense to y'all? In today's NFL, what is considered an elite offense? Because nobody's really running the ball a whole lot. And that is the issue that I have with this Falcons team. They don't run the ball great. But nowadays, you can be an elite offense and not really run the ball well. Back in the days, in the past, that didn't used to be the case. You had to have a balanced attack. You had to be able to run the ball and pass the ball. Nowadays, you can kind of just throw the ball the majority of the times and still be considered elite. Now, Kirk Cousins got 17 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, so he's doing something right. Patrick Mahomes has 8 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Kirk Cousins has 17 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. If you was to ask me which one of those guys had those stats, I would definitely say Patrick Mahomes would be the guy with the 17 touchdowns and the 7 interceptions. But it's Kirk Cousins, man. Got to take your hat off to him. Got to salute Kirk Cousins. He's doing his thing this year. And the Falcons offensive coordinator, I think his name is Zach Robinson or Zach Johnson or something like that. He is doing a good job of getting the ball in playmakers' hands, man. With Arthur Smith during his reign and, his whole coaching tenure, it was a struggle to get the ball in the playmakers' hands. I don't know what it was. Maybe he didn't have the tools that he felt he needed, to make that happen. But for whatever reason, it's happening this year. Drake London is showing up. Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Mooney. They got multiple receivers just going crazy, man. The Falcons receivers, Ray McLeod, he's catching the ball out of backfield as a running back. So they got a lot of weapons this year that's helping Kirk Cousins move the ball. And it seems like they're going up and down the field steadily, easily on teams, and way more efficiently than last year. An example of that is the Philly game. During the Philly game, the game-winning drive that Kirk Cousins went on, that was it seemed effortless, man. Every time he dropped back, he knew where he wanted to go. He didn't make mistakes. He put the ball right where it needed to be. The time management was there. The utilization of the clock management was there. The play calling was there. Everything was there, man. When I seen that drive, I think that was either on Sunday night or Monday Night Football. When I seen that drive from Kirk Cousins, I knew right there, this ain't the Atlanta Falcons of old. This is a better, more methodical, more tactical Atlanta Falcons team. And just to give y'all, because it's been a couple examples. I can't even lie, it's been a couple times this season where I looked at the Falcons and I was like, wow, this is what's up. But that specific drive against the Eagles, when I seen that drive, I knew right there, all right, man, Kirk Cousins is about something and he's ready to take the reins and try to take the Falcons deep into the playoffs. Now, I also want to ask y'all this. In order to have an elite offense, do you need to have an elite quarterback? Do the Falcons have any elite players individually? Do they have any elite positions on their offense? Any elite wide receivers? Any elite running backs? Elite tight end? Quarterback? I don't think so, but I think the game plan, but I think they have a good game plan and they have a good offensive line. Their offensive line is better than average. They have a good game plan. They have a good offensive line, and they're not great at running the ball. They're a little bit below the middle of the pack. They're a little bit below average in the NFL at running the ball, but they still attempt to run the ball. They're going to put the ball in their running backs' hands. They have a couple different guys who carry the ball, but their running backs also catch. All right. So, and that's something that's changing in the NFL nowadays. You can throw passes to your running back, and that can kind of substitute as a running game with screens, with swings, and things like that. Little short passes, they kind of supplement that as a running game. So you kind of got to play up near the line of scrimmage, and you got to play underneath the flats, and you got to watch some of those wide receivers who can blow the top off the coverage. So the Falcons have offensive weapons at every level, seemingly so far in the regular season. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Falcons defense, but the offense, hey, it looks like they can be elite eventually at some point this season. I'm not saying they're elite now, but at some point this season they might get there. And what Kirk Cousins is going to have to do, and I think he's done a good job of this so far. What he's going to have to do is raise the play of the guys around him. If he can raise the play of the guys around him, bring them up another level, that will bring the Falcons as a whole, as a team, up to another level where they need to be, competing for some NFC championships. But the NFC is looking tough this year, man. We got the Commanders playing well, the Lions playing well, the 49ers, they banged up, but they still a good team. The Eagles doing what they doing. The Packers are playing well, and the Bucks, they doing some things too, man. So with some teams in the NFC that the Falcons are gonna have to be worried about. But as long as they keep playing their game and their offense gets better, they'll be fine. But I want y'all to get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. Is the Falcons offense elite? And is Kirk Cousins elite? Is he on his way to being elite? What will it take for him to take the Falcons deep into the playoffs? What is it going to take? Is their running game going to have to get better? Is the defense going to have to get better? What's going to have to happen? Because from what I'm seeing, the offense is doing what they're supposed to do, man. We've seen the offense do some great things this year, and I'm impressed. I got to say that, man. I'm not a Falcons fan, but I do like to watch their progression. I like the offense. I like how things are coming together. I like the offensive coordinator. I like their head coach, and I like a lot of players they got on the team, man. But y'all get in the comments, man. Are the Falcons elite? Is the offense elite? Is this team ready to take the next step? Urban Artificial Intelligence, Strategic Thinking Media Platform. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.